Let's talk about the quiet change that just settled around you. Something realigned today, not with a loud noise, but with the certainty of a key turning in a lock. This movement isn't confined to your own spirit. It is equally active within that one person your soul has always whispered about. A fundamental piece of knowledge has just found its way to them, altering their inner world completely. From this point forward, what exists between you occupies a new space. We are discussing a fact, not a hunch. This was a lightning strike of understanding for them, a divine insight they could not ignore. To move forward with clarity, you should grasp what has shifted within their heart. The essence is this: the real story of who you are has finally reached them. The illusions have dissolved. They now perceive the weight you bore and the authentic love you held, beyond the old confusion and half-truths. They have been shown your core. They know now that you offered kindness from a place of your own hurt, that you chose forgiveness over bitterness, and that you defended their name when yours felt forgotten. They see the dignity in your silence and the courage in your continued compassion. This knowledge came to them suddenly through a word from another or a vision of their own. The result was immediate and overwhelming. They are facing the stark reality that they were wrong about you. They trusted in false ideas and questioned your heart. This realization has been a humbling storm. In private moments, they have felt the sting of regret and a respectful awe for the person you truly are. Here is what this means for your path. This is the universe honoring your truth. They once believed they had the complete picture of you, but it was only a sketch. You, however, have always lived the full portrait. Your consistent integrity, the prayers, the quiet strength, the grace under pressure was never invisible. It was building this moment of recognition. This is not about waiting for them. It is about you feeling the solid ground of your own character beneath your feet. The energy you invested returns to you now as peace, a silent confirmation that your deepest nature has been witnessed and affirmed. They believed they could simply leave. They trusted in their own strength to dismiss the connection they felt. But the revelation that found them has shattered every easy excuse. A higher power has made it clear to them that you were never meant to be ordinary. You were not a casual encounter. You were a meeting arranged by purpose, a soul placed in their path with meaning and a gravity that cannot be ignored. It was your own light that unveiled this reality. Your composure, your grace under pressure, the choice to respond with integrity instead of reacting in pain, these actions demonstrated a fortitude they had failed to appreciate. It is written that when a sacred glow rests upon a person, those linked to them will perceive it. They may not have had the words for it then, but they are seeing that glow on you now. And instead of causing fear, it has brought a strange quiet. It has stirred a part of them that had long been dormant. Their perspective of you is transforming. Memories are returning with new color. They are revisiting past conversations, listening for the heart behind your words. They are looking back at old messages, no longer just reading the text, but sensing the intention and care they overlooked. A sense of awe is settling in, awe that you never surrendered your hope for them, that you protected their flaws, that you chose kindness from a place of your own sorrow. It is a love that disarms them, because its consistency has no comparison. What they feel is not a breaking apart, but a breaking open. This truth is a tool of gentle remodeling, making them soft, making them humble. They are now seeking direction, asking how to mend what was fractured, wrestling with the fear that their opportunity has passed. They worry their distance created a hurt too deep to repair. Yet, a narrative of mercy is being written for them. Their journey is being rerouted. Obstacles that clouded their judgment are being removed, and this essential truth is being placed before them persistently, until they can no longer deny what their spirit confirms. Their final, most profound realization is this: your love was not just for the person they presented. You loved the person they held the potential to be. You believed in a version of themselves they could not yet envision. In your presence, they felt a peace and a sense of being truly seen that they have found nowhere else. The value in this for you is a quiet affirmation. This shift is the universe ensuring your worth is comprehended. You are not waiting for validation, you are witnessing the natural consequence of authenticity. The love you offered was never weak, it was so strong it became an undeniable echo in their life, a standard against which everything else is now measured. Your peace was the proof. Your presence was a safe harbor. Your steadiness revealed a strength of heart they'd never witnessed, and your loyalty defined what real love looks like. They tried to replace your absence with noise and motion, other people, other conversations, constant busyness. But nothing could replicate the substance you brought. In quiet moments, your name would surface. A memory of your kindness would replay. These weren't random thoughts, they were deliberate reminders from a higher place, stirring their spirit because a deeper alignment was underway. A realization is breaking through: what they had with you was not ordinary. It was marked by a sacred purpose. The depth of their reflection now is new. They've never felt this kind of regret, this pull toward truth, this spiritual awakening with anyone else. This is a purposeful rebuilding. Their pride has been softened to allow clarity. Their confusion has cleared to make room for understanding. Without even realizing it, they are becoming the person you always saw they could be, capable of a whole and healthy love. Their actions now reflect this shift. They are letting go of empty distractions and cleaning up past chaos. They are stepping away from influences that don't belong in their future. This isn't an act, it's the natural response of a soul finally awakened by the truth you lived. Their prayers have changed. They now ask for transformation, for guidance, for the courage to do what once scared them. They no longer want to return as they were. They want to come to you healed, clear, and steady, with honor, not excuses, with humility, not pride. Finally, they see you as you always were, a gift they weren't ready for. For you, this is the quiet confirmation of your impact. You didn't change them, you simply lived so authentically that your life became a mirror and a compass. Your peace was your power, and its ripple effect is now doing a sacred work of its own. It was a love that felt too immense for them to fully grasp. You were a soul assigned to their journey for growth. What you shared was a connection that defied circumstances, quiet periods, and any space between you. You never demanded attention. You simply lived in your faithfulness. You never negotiated for affection. You loved from a place of pure intent. You didn't follow them, you interceded for them. That choice was witnessed and is now being answered. This new awareness is fundamentally changing them. Their focus is shifting from what was lost to what could be built. They are contemplating a promise, not just a possibility. They are praying for a foundation, not an escape. They are envisioning a shared life, approached with the understanding they previously lacked. They have no interest in what is fleeting. They desire something intentional, enduring, and authentic. They now hold the sobering knowledge that letting you go would mean forfeiting a purposeful gift. This responsibility, once a reason to retreat, is now a reason to stand firm. A process is underway. They are maturing. They are recovering. They are becoming aware. And when the season is complete, they will approach you not with uncertainty, indecision, or brokenness, but renewed, focused, respectful, and led by faith. They envision meeting your gaze, their words finally reflecting their realization: I understand now. I understand who you are. I understand the purpose you carried for me, and I will not walk away from this again. In your heart, you will recognize a profound and settled certainty. You occupy their thoughts with a new and persistent clarity. They imagine the profound simplicity of your presence, the renewed trust in a joined touch, the comfort of shared stillness, the opportunity for a patient and guided beginning. A scripture affirms this hope. Return to your fortress, you prisoners of hope. Even now I announce that I will restore twice as much to you. This is the promise now echoing through your journey. A double portion for your patient endurance. Double respect for your integrity. Double joy for your past sorrow. A double assurance that your hope had a destination. This is the result of your sacred restraint. You trusted a higher plan over the immediacy of your emotions. They were familiar with love that made demands, but yours was a revelation. This was different from a love that fades under pressure or one that sets conditions. Your love demonstrated what a true covenant is. Your steady presence defined loyalty for them. Your patience offered a glimpse of a divine character. What they desire has been completely redefined. Temporary satisfaction holds no appeal. They seek what is everlasting. They are not longing for attention, but for alignment. They have no use for an audience. They crave a deep and quiet peace. And when they think of that peace, their soul, not just their memory, recalls the safety it found in you. Their prayers have changed in nature. They are brave now, asking for what they once feared to name. Let this door open once more. Let them still sense my heart. Grant me another chance, and I will honor it. These requests are heard, because the intention behind them is finally pure. They are not seeking you to fill a void. They are seeking transformation within themselves, to become someone capable of loving you as you deserve. You may already sense a change in the atmosphere. It doesn't feel like a repeat of history. It carries the weight of a promise being fulfilled. They have stepped away from the noise and the people who offered empty validation. They have left behind what fed their pride but left their spirit hungry, because nothing else provides that feeling of home. Nothing else offers that peace. Nothing else feels like you. Yes, they noticed your growth, your confident smile. But more importantly, they perceived the sacred purpose now evident in your life. The realization struck them. I almost let a divine blessing slip away. A course has been corrected. A path has been redirected by truth itself. Now, they are preparing to connect. This won't just be a message or a call, it will be a knock on the door of your heart. You will sense it before any words are spoken. It will arrive without the old confusion, carrying instead the clarity of someone who has been fundamentally reshaped. They cannot unsee this truth. This knowledge has rewritten their entire value system and reshaped their deepest prayers. This is no longer about a fleeting romance. They are envisioning a legacy. They are no longer in pursuit of a fleeting spark, but of a profound purpose. They are not chasing a person, but following a divine path, and that path consistently guides their spirit back to you. From the very start, a part of them knew you. Even when their logic argued against it, their soul recognized yours. Pain created a distraction. Pride built a wall. Fear chose a different road. Then, clarity arrived. Truth doesn't argue, it simply illuminates. When that inner veil was lifted, every excuse lost its power. Suddenly, you were in their dreams. Signs seemed to point your way. In quiet moments, they heard the echo of your voice or saw your face in prayer. They once dismissed the idea of fate, but now it feels like a promise waiting to be claimed. There is a scripture that speaks of restoration of years that seemed lost being returned. This is the quiet miracle now unfolding. Time itself is being redeemed. Your season of silence is finding its value. Your steady faithfulness is receiving its due honor. They remember your laughter because it was a kind of medicine. They recall your presence because it felt like a shelter. You weren't just a comfort, you were a covering. They now wonder how they ever walked away, but a higher wisdom confirms it was a necessary chapter. Your absence became their teacher. Your silence softened their pride. The distance helped purify their motives. While you were focused on your own healing, they were undergoing their own awakening. Now, your separate journeys are gently curving back toward the same sacred space. They have observed your life from a distance, not with envy, but with a deep respect. They witnessed how you refused to engage in battle, how you never sought revenge or validation. You remained anchored in grace. This consistency has become the very reason they now trust you more deeply. It inspires them to return as someone whole, honest, and truly changed. For the first time, their prayers have vision. Their dreams have direction. They imagine a future built alongside you, with a divine hand guiding each decision. In their quiet moments, they whisper, "If there is still a way, I want to love them with my entire being." They have revisited your old words, your pictures, your messages, not to live in yesterday, but to finally grasp the truth they overlooked. They see now that every sentence you spoke was wrapped in grace. Every action you took was marked by patience. The life you lived was a testament of quiet faith. And now, at last, they understand why they always felt safe with you, even when they couldn't explain it. It was because you never answered pain with bitterness. For you, this is the quiet vindication of your choice to remain in peace. The love you offered was not a transaction, it was a testimony. By refusing to engage in chaos, you protected the sacred nature of your connection. This unfolding is not about their return, but about the universe affirming a profound spiritual law, that living in integrity creates a resonance that cannot be ignored. Your past stillness was not passive, it was powerful. It created the space for this divine realignment to occur, proving that the highest form of influence is often a life lived so well that it becomes a mirror for others to finally see themselves and the truth clearly. You never competed for a spotlight. You never forced a timeline. That kind of love isn't common. It's sacred. They have cleared away the clutter. Old conversations are gone, not deleted in anger, but removed with newfound clarity. They finally understand that other paths were never true alternatives. You were the one heaven had marked all along. They see now you weren't chasing them, you were calling them upward. You weren't pleading, they simply weren't prepared to receive. This truth has landed in the deepest part of them. It has broken them open in the best possible way. It has brought humility. It has sparked healing. It has stirred a full awakening. It is as the scripture says, love is being poured into their heart anew. What is returning to them now is hope, sincerity, and longing, but this time, it is blended with maturity. They are releasing the old weights, ego, pride, fear. They've learned that peace can no longer be found in noise or distraction. The only thought that brings them calm is the possibility of building something sacred with you, and with God at the center. Each night, their prayers speak your name. They ask, is there still a chance? Did I damage this beyond repair? Can this be made whole again? The answer that comes is not one of penalty, but of purposeful preparation. The focus is no longer just on hoping for you. It is on aligning with a higher purpose in a way that finally makes them ready for you.